Hello, welcome back to the Limited Lowdown. We're going to do another Wilds of Eldraine Premier Draft here. Let's get straight in. Now, I've been very successful in this format so far, which isn't everybody's experience. I managed to break even on all of my drafts at a minimum. I've got a couple of trophies to my name already. And I think the key to understanding this format, now I could be wrong, of course, but I believe the key is applying cabs. An old thing introduced by limited resources. The idea of having cards that affect the board. Now I know Fawns being Troll is very strong. I'm also looking at Cooped Up here, and I'm also looking at Red Tooth Vanguard, another strong card. Now I believe Fawns being Troll to be extremely strong. I think strong enough to start on a 2-color path straight away. And that's what I'm going to do. Green Black is one of the premier decks. And red is overdraft at the moment, so there's a possibility we can ease our way into that. You know, now here this pack nobody's going into black, right? So they're very likely to go into green though. Two good green cards here. So not going to get any green pack two, but if we can get some green now. So we've got Brave the Wise, which is a strong green card. Rat Out, which is a strong black card. Holland here. Interesting card. So it's probably here. It's probably there's nothing overly strong here. And Grass of Face probably the best card in the pack, but even then, so we're looking at Rat Out versus Brave the Wilds, is what I'm thinking. So I think we're probably happy to start with either. So I think we'll take a Rat Out here. It's a fine card. Now, a good way to make use of Rat Out is having Bargain, because Rat Out is a good way to sometimes remove a creature, sometimes just create. Now, there's another decent blue card or white card. Green Spiders, I'm low on. Minstrosity, I'm high on. Quite high in Minstrosity. I think it's probably a better rated card than pretty much anything in this current pack. There's very little I think would beat Minstrosity here. Just out of interest, how high is Cursed Courtier? That's well below Minstrosity. It's just a solid card. Intangible Virtue, Chancellor of Tales, Dream Spiders, all weak cards. Besotted Knight, what is its actual win rate? Again, very low. All these cards here, they're just weaker than Minstrosity, simple as that. Here, the best card is probably Red Cap Thief. But I'm not sure. I haven't played too much green, so I'd like to know. How strong is Knight of the Sweet's Revenge? It's ranked rather lowly. Back for Seconds is a card I've been happy with playing. And then there's Beanstalk Troll as well. I think it's probably back for Seconds. It's not a strong fourth pick by any stretch of the imagination. Now, Voracious Vermin is a strong card. It's aggressive, but it's a strong card. Nothing particularly good in red. Some decent blue, relatively decent white. Voracious Vermin's about on par with what we're seeing here. And that's a decent fourth pick or fifth pick card. So I'm happy with that. Leyline of Abundance. Now, I don't know much about it. I don't know much about green cards, so I'm just going to use this time to do a little bit of research and figure out. Leyline of Abundance, I imagine, is not a particularly strong card. So I think here we'll take Return from the Wilds. Lets me splash as well. So that's a fine card. Nothing too crazy. A weak pack overall. Let me see. We might just take the Wicked Visitor here. Balloonist Gatekeeper is probably the best card in the pack. We could also take the Scarecrow Guide. I'm going to go for the Wicked Gatekeeper, but I wonder is Scarecrow Guide better? It's very unlikely. And this, we'll just take a Rowan's Grim Search. That's a fine card. And here I think we'll take the Prophetic Prism over the Ariet's Whisper. That's a splash. We're not seeing much in the way of black now, I have to say. We're seeing no green whatsoever. So we could be in the wrong colours. But also we haven't seen anything too strong that would make us go back in either way. Here I guess we'll take the Whisper, but I don't expect to play it. Titanic Growth is a fine card. And another Wicked Visitor is fine. Bishop Bloodline will take. So it would seem we're getting relatively cut out of green and black here at the moment. Ferocious Werefox, not exactly the best pick one, but I think we'll probably take it. Not the strongest pick. Is that our Hopeless Nightmare? How much bargain do we have? We've currently got Rowan's Grim Search for bargain. I guess we'll go with a Hopeless Nightmare, actually, instead of a Werefox. The Song of Totentan is very strong. I think we probably want another Monstrosity here. Perhaps a Curse of the Werefox. How much removal do we have currently? Not much. I think I'll take my first Curse here over the Monstrosity. Ashiok's Weaker is very slow. Tanglespan Lookout. Well, there's a card I'm interested in. Also Edgewall in. Interesting one. How many ores have we got currently? 1, 2, Normally I would take the Edgewall in, but I actually think we need the Talisman Lookout more here. Normally I would take it. It's a slightly better card and you get value out of your land slot, but I think we need it more here. Oh, okay, well we got Greta, which is excellent. I'm not going to take a chance on her wheeling, so we're definitely going to pick her up here. But there's a lot of good, there's some good black cards here. Alright, so Greta creates a food. That's excellent. Fawnsbane Troll creates a token. Voracious Vermin creates a token as well. Monstrosity creates a food. That's excellent. So we probably would have preferred the Monstrosity over... what did I take over the Monstrosity? Curse the Werefox. Yeah, but we do need removal as well, so let's not go too far here. Ah, well, okay, there's our second Monstrosity. That's nice. There we go. Now let's have a wee look at the curve quickly. So we've got two Monstrosities and two Wicked Visitors. Now we would like to avoid playing the Wicked Visitors if possible, but we will play them if we have to. So we've back for seconds. We're on Rowan's Grim Search as card advantage. Then we have Curse the Werefox as removal. Talisman Lookout is, of course, card advantage. So we've got Fawnsbane Troll to make that happen. And then that's about it. So we need to find some more auras. So Conceited Witch would be a nice pickup. Maybe that Werefox might wheel. I don't think so, given how little green we saw in the first pack. Again, a lot of good black cards. We'd like to have all of them. I think we want to take Feed the Cauldron here, if I had to guess. We just need some removal. With one rat out, I think I'll take the first Feed the Cauldron. And I think here is where we pick up a Hamlet Glutton. I'm very high on the card. We do want to have some late game. A Hamlet Glutton is a great way to sort of to stabilize. So we'll take one of those. One token creator. Two token creators. We take Night of the Sea's Revenge and we don't necessarily play it. Like here we take Leyland the Void for just Leaping Ambush. Yeah, we might play that. Scream Puff, we might also play that. Beast of Bloodline. It's unlikely, but with the thing we might play it. With Talisman Lookout, we might play. We'll put that on the sideboard for now. We're not hoping to play that. Ambush, not necessarily hoping to play that. I'm going to put both these visitors on the board for now. I will play one Titanic Wolf, however. Prism. Worth remembering we have Prism and something else to help fix this. What was it? Oh yes, the Return from the Wilds. So maybe this is... so it's Yana versus another Curse of the Werefox or Red Tooth Vanguard. Yeah, I think I was pretty close. I'm happy enough that we have Yana. I will take the Witch's Vanity here. I'll take a Fairy Dream Thief here as well, yeah. Conceded Witch versus Royal Treatment. That's a difficult pick. I'm going to go with Royal Treatment on this one. A nice trick, very cheap. Creates a roll as well. Verdant Outrider. We'll take that. Just a nice aggressive 3. Not sure we'll play it, but we'll see. Okay, so we've got Fairy Dream Thief, Hopeless Nightmare. Dragon Man, we'll get rid of that. Right, Treatment, Rat Out, 2 Monstrosities, a Wish's Vanity, Titanic, both nice. Be the Calm versus Return from the Wilds. So you can quite easily splash Yenna. I don't know if she's necessarily worth it. That was a close pick. There was a lot of sort of medium cards there, and I wasn't sure. I wanted to check. It's a card I'm not overly familiar with, so. I think here we want the Sweet Tooth Witch, actually. Oh, perfect. Hollow Scavenger. I know that's going to do well for us. Okay, so our curve at 3 is looking very nice. Sweet Tooth Witch, Voracious Vermin. Hollow Scavenger, Return from the Wilds. The Tangaspan Lookout. Verdant Outrider I think we can cut for now. And Yenna. Now I can play a single copy of Return from the Wilds. A Plains, and then the Prism, which I might do. And then we can play Yenna. Okay, so we got, now we got the Curse of Warfox removal there. Back for seconds is some card advantage. Got a nice, we got Screen Puff here. Yenna there. Back for seconds here. Yeah, the deck's looking alright. This is an interesting version of this deck. I've never played it before. Brave the Wilds, oh, that's a great card to get picky at. Very strong. Makes Rat Out better. Makes Hollow Scavenger better. I'm not so sure about Beanstalk Worm, but I'm not going to play a second Titanic Growth. I know that. So we have 12 creatures. Rat Out is 13. Breath of the Wilds is 14. Rowan's Grim Search. I don't know if I'll play 2 of those. Look at this. I don't know if I'll play 3 of those. I may have to play 1 though. Oh, there's a Beanstalk Worm, but I would have to decide if I want to play one of those. I'm not convinced I do. But a 5/4 is a 5/4, so. I don't think I want to play it though. Hopeful Vigil, 13th pick. Well, I was probably in the wrong colours. If that's the case. Alright, so let's unbuild all of this and start from the bottom. Cards we're definitely playing. Let's have a look. So our main card is Bond's Bale Troll. Alright, so we want Bond's Bale Troll, and then at that point we also want Greta, of course. So these are our 2 main cards we're playing around. So anything creates food is something we're interested in. So straight away we're going to put Hollow Scavenger in. We're going to put in Sweet Tooth Witch. We're going to put in Scream Puff, I should think. And we're going to put in the 2 Monstrosities. Okay, perfect. So there we go. That's the core of our deck right now. Now, we want to put in our removal, of course. Play Royal Treatment. I'm interested in trying that out. And of course the Werefox. There we are. Now, whenever an ore enters battlefield under your control, you draw a card. Okay, so how many ores have we got? 1 currently. We got a little bit unlucky, so that's 2. We got 2. So we do want more auras. We're going to play Hamlet Glutton, of course. So does that mean we play a copy of Bestial Bloodline? And do we play a copy of Ariad's Whisper as well? Is the question. We didn't pick up as many ores as I would have liked. Oh, we'll play the Fairy Dream Thief because it's just good value. We'll play Hopeless Nightmare and Rat Out, which is Vanity. We'll play Brave the Wilds. Another good early play. So I think we'll play at least one of these. Maybe 2. We'll consider playing 2. Now, we want to play with at least one Rowan Grimsearch. We have plenty of things to sack. Hopeless Nightmares there, the Rat Out tokens there. We make a lot of food, so that's a good thing. We're going to play 1 Voracious Vermin. Aggressive, but a good card. And I think if we're going to play 1 copy of Bestial Bloodline, then we're probably going to play 1 copy of Ariad's Whisper. So, okay, so let's have a look. Just want to make sure how many cards we have that do nothing to affect the board. So we have Ariad's Whisper. We have Rowan's Grimsearch. Hopeless Nightmare. So that's 3 cards that do absolutely. And Brave the Wilds, no, that doesn't count. That doesn't count. Alright. So we're sitting at 21 here with 11 creatures. So I think the rest of our inclusions probably need to be creatures, to be honest. So you got a 1-drop, 2 2-drops, so which is Vanity, Beast of Bloodline, Brave the Wilds. I think we need at least 1 more 2-drop, so we'll put a Wicked Visitor in there. For sure. Alright, then bring the Hopeless Nightmare across, yeah. Okay. Rowan's Grimsearch gets to go in there. Ariad's Whisper gets to go in there. So we get 1 more card. Back for seconds, could be solid. Return from the wilds, so I can make a 3. I can do a 3/1 that lets me grab a land, create a 1/1, create a food token. Or I can do Night of the Sweet's Revenge, create a food token. How many food tokens do we create here? Let me see. We've got 1. That's another roll, so that's good. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 food tokens, so this could be good. And Yana. Is it worth splashing Yana? Probably not. Probably not. So now it's a matter of picking our last card. Our last card's a tough one. So let's draw again cards I'm considering. So back for seconds I'm considering. I suppose leaving ambush I'm considering. Titanic Growth is another one I'm considering. Return from the Wilds is another one I'm considering. I suppose another Beast of Bloodline I'm considering. And Night of the Sweet's Revenge. These are, yeah. I think after that I think we're okay. So what are we looking at here? It could just be Titanic Growth. That depends on how many creatures I have. 12, 13, 14. Probably is good enough at this point. So now it's between, yeah, okay, so we'll take this out. Beast of Bloodline, we're playing one of those. I know that. So it's between Titanic Growth and Night of the Sweet's Revenge. So I can give all my creatures plus X, or I can give target creature +4/+4. Let me see. So that's one food token. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And including itself, I suppose that's 7. I want to play Night of Sweet's Revenge. I think it's actually the right pick here. I think we have enough cards. I think we want to be heavy black / green. Yeah. So we'll go 9/8 black, I think. Yeah, we'll go 9/8 black. And we'll splash Night of the Sweet's Revenge. Or no, we'll play Night of the Sweet's Revenge. I think that's the correct call. It's close between that and Titanic Growth. +4/+4 is an amazing buff. It's only 2 mana. But Night of the Sweet's Revenge, although they see it coming, I think an our deck would be strong enough. Like we could easily give all of our creatures +2/+2. So this is my first time playing black green, so hopefully I have built it relatively well. It's not perfect, you know. There's a lot of cards we could have had if they didn't all end up in the one pack, you know. I remember there's a couple of packs where there was like 4 black cards. We would have played all of them almost, or at least three out of the 4. You know, this deck could use a Ferocious Werefox. This deck could use a Conceited Witch. To cut a card of each of those would really help, because they both give us rolls, which then makes our Talisman look out better. So we missed on those. And I took the removal over the Ferocious Werefox, which I think was the correct decision, given that we ended up with only 2 removal spells. You know, that's pretty difficult. You know, that's a pretty tight position to end up in, so I think the fact that we ended up with 2 removal spells, we made the right decisions, I think, in that regard. But we'll soon find out, I suppose. I figured that's what was going to happen. But I'm interested. I haven't had a chance to play with Vaughn's being troll yet, so seeing how he plays would be very interesting for me. Yeah. And just in general, playing with red-green. I don't think red-green was particularly open, that draft. But I don't know necessarily where else we're going to go. I'm trying to stay away from blue as best as possible. Blue is, if not as bad as green was in the last set, it's certainly close. So we don't want to end up there. Although that late hopeful vigil was very interesting. So now is this going to be another draw? Perhaps Arena's acting up at the moment, I'm not sure. There might be something like that going on. Don't worry if so, I will edit this and make sure that it's a bit smoother. I don't mind waiting for a minute on 12, 13, 14, 15 seconds, but you might. So I dare say this is another draw, if I was to guess, but you never know. Yes, okay. It would seem Arena is acting up. I am going to end the recording here, I think. And I will pick it up once we start actually getting some matches. It did not take long. It was immediately afterwards. So there we are. I decided to play Greta than play Swamp so I could have Rat up, but I should have done it the other way around. Played Swamp, played Greta, left Royal Treatment up. Kellen's Light Blades, I would think. I could have cast Ariet's Whisper here, but I don't see how that's beneficial when they have 6 cards in hand. So I'm going to hold off on that and just keep Royal Treatment up. And they have decided that the game is over, which I don't know was entirely true. But it certainly felt that way, I suppose. Per opponent got stuck on lands, it would seem. Or not on lands, on colours, more than anything. So, there we go. Was it a keepable hand? Probably not. Having the Witch's Vanity and the discard left me feeling happy enough, because I just needed to draw something in between. As it worked out, I drew Greta turn too late to make that curve happen. But that's what I was hoping for. Witch's Vanity into something, into the discard. I go first. Well, I can turn 1 food, then turn 2 bargain to get a swamp. Yeah, probably. Probably the right call. Then turn 3 Hollow Scavenger, yeah. It's a good start. They should have haste, right? Yeah, this works out pretty well for me. He gets to restock his hand, but he's put himself under a lot of pressure. I think I'm going to throw my land at him, yeah. Feeling pretty in a pretty good position here. But he's got a lot of cards, so we'll see. He's under pressure to play something now, which puts me in a stronger position. Because I have Bishop Bloodline and Royal Treatment. It's a strong start here. Bishop Bloodline representing Screen Puff. That's pretty good, to be fair. So Royal Scavenger become a 5-4. Oh, that's just lethal, right? Yeah, it is. Yeah. And that is lethal. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah, good curve out, good game. Deck's looking good so far. Now if I remember correctly, I've been on the play both of these games, which does have a strong effect in this format. You want to be on the play. This is an assertive format. So is this a draw as well, or are we actually gonna play a game of Magic? It's a draw. Okay, a lot of that tonight. I'm not sure what's going on with the servers, but I don't mind. It's hard to mind when you're up 2, right? It's hard to mind. It's hard to care. Hopefully we get a quick game here. I am very much against pressing cancel because of that sort of bug that causes you to lose games when you press cancel at the exact same time that you find a game. Opponent goes first, but I've got a 2, a 3, a 4, and a 5, so not much. You know, I like the look of this. I'm going to be happy with this. Opponent's kept as well, so. But now we'll see how the deck performs from behind, you know, on the draw. Oh no, he did mulligan. Okay, I thought I saw that little shuffle. Hollow Scavenger. Okay, well that's something I have to be aware of. Now you could have spelled stutter, but I have nothing else to do, so I'm gonna take my chances. There you go, that trades for his he could have rat. No, he doesn't have rat out. So he's nothing. So he just did turn 2, do nothing. That's a good start for me. No. If he attacks, will I take the trade? I will. Definitely. He can just sack a food token at any point to give +2/+2, so no blocks there. Okay. This works out very well. That's a 4/3 that can now attack past his 4/2. He's got to discard a card. Ah, that's worked out quite well. Okay, for him. Just 1 mana to activate the Werewolf or the Scavenger, so he's gonna push in with that, I'm sure. And it is +2/+2, isn't it? Yeah, so no blocks. Down to 14 for me. So I'll just play a Scream Puff here and let everything settle down for a little while. Now I've got some card draw, which is nice. He doesn't necessarily have that option. I can card draw into Minstrosity next turn, which is lovely for me. Now it depends if he has some sort of removal or anything like that. I could be in a little bit of trouble. He could have, of course, Titanic Growth, which is of course a lot of trouble, but Death Touch helps that. So am I trading Scream Puff for Hollow Scavenger? But he's got to spend a mana to do that. Now what if I just take the 3 and attack back for 4? Yeah, I'm going to take the 3 and attack back for 4 instead. So I am. So I have the food token there. Don't forget that. I have another food token on its way. Yeah, but he dies. So that's not really. Rather makes it a 2/4. So that's of no use to me. So we'll start with the Grim Search. Yeah. And we'll bargain, I think. Right now we're looking at a 3/5, so I'm not too concerned. Tanglespan lookout with no auras in hand. I can take Tanglespan and Royal Treatment. This is a difficult decision. No, I think I'll take Tanglespan and Beast of Bloodline, actually. So that was not very useful, if I'm honest. And now he's in a lot of trouble. So he is. So it's land 3/4. Yeah, that's what I figured. That's what I figured. I would attack for 5/7/8 that turn. Well, he hadn't lost by any stretch, but he was in a bad position. And here we are now already at the 3-0, which is where I want to be. Once I hit this, I'm fine. Because between the goal that you win from doing the actual draft, you're going to come out more or less at 1,500 gems. So once I hit 3, I'm always happy or I'm content at that point. So now it's just a matter of let's push past contentedness and let's try and make our way to some success, some actual success here. I need to draw a land, of course. So I'm starting with my weakest card, basically. Ah, okay, interesting. Four or 5 death touches, they're hard to deal with. I feel pretty safe doing this, even if he rat outs, doesn't matter. No, we trade. No, that works out really well for me, to be honest. I'm gonna feed the cauldron here. This misses a point of damage, but it means that next turn both my creatures can attack, and if I draw a land, both my creatures can attack and I can play Hamlet Glutton. So I think that's a better play. I miss out on a point of damage, but of course I am well down in cards. I'm not so sure about territory though. Oh, okay, but it doesn't make him any bigger. He just kills that. Okay. Well, he killed the card that doesn't have the bestial. Okay, that works out well for me. There's Hamlet Glutton. Bargain. Okay. Strong position currently. Can't have too much to do. Oh, let's see what I've done last turn. Another land. Okay. I'm in a strong position, but I mean, there are ways out of this, of course. But another Curse the Werefox isn't going to do it. His own Hamlet Club. But a rat out favours me here. Now, do I attack in Hamlet Glutton? No, I don't. I just can't. If I attack and he blocks there, they trade. He takes 3 points of damage. No, I don't think so. With one card each, I'll take the chance. What's he going to do to kill my 7/7 here? Yeah, that's cool, but you could hit anything. So you could hit like anything at all. Did he hit? He hit a creature, I'm sure. What was that say? Okay. Okay, and that would be that. Alright. 4-0. Looking good at the moment. Not be too long till we're in platinum. Win this account. I think more or less so far I haven't made any massive play errors. The same could not necessarily be said for my opponents. This is a slow hand, but I do have plenty of 2s and plenty of 3s to drop. But he's running Ashiok's Reaper, that's a good sign. He's outrunning Hopeless Neighbor himself. Okay, I didn't draw anything useful there, but I did draw, or I didn't draw anything for this turn, but I did draw a Sweet Tooth Witch, so that's nice. And I've got a 3-4 curve, 3-4-5 curve, that's nice. I believe he has Rat out. So I'll have to be careful here. See what he plays. He plays a 2-drop and leaves Swamp open. No, he played a Tangle Lookout. Okay, cool. I will send that in on trade with this Tangle Lookout all day. Yeah, absolutely. Sure, oh, I didn't realize. I forgot that made a wicked roll. Should have done that before combat. Although maybe it was right to offer the trade regardless. Not so sure. The Goose Mother! Okay. Nice. 2-4 and a 2-3. It's pretty good. That's aggressive. Especially with Scream Puff coming down, it's going to really slow him down. Tangus Lookout coming in clutch though. You know, he's discarded 3 cards so far. And he's still got more cards than I do. So they could play the Vermin and attack with all. Now you've got the Royal Treatment to help back us up here. That's fine with me. Death Touch means I kill both of them, so I'm happy enough with that. Knew you had the rat out. I knew you had the rat out. So yeah, pause on that turn one. Last one covering. Each one discards a card. Yeah, Monstrosity, fair. You got me. You got me. Yeah, you're dead with the sweet tooth witch. Yeah, you're dead. Well, at least he admitted that. Yeah, that's 5-0. Keep going, keep going. Let's get a clean trophy. It's always hard to get that 7-0. Two more. Deck has played very well so far. Get me in here. Let's go. I suppose one of the great things is I ended up in what is one of the top tier archetypes. Currently we have what is a red white, red black, black green. After that, I'm not sure what the next best archetype would be. Probably red green or maybe black white, perhaps. Yeah, I will absolutely play this. Now we will need a forest at some point, I'm sure. But this looks solid. My opponent's on a mulligan as well, so that helps. This is going to really constrain my opponent's hand. He's just a land. Okay, interesting. Which means that means I'm definitely going to play a Witch's Vanity here. Completely take my opponent out of the game. Five drop is not what you want to see. I do need a land. So we could have a game yet. Oh, so I want to play the fourth black source, make him discard 2 cards, but then if he can cast a thing, he'll kill my 2-drop. I'm not so sure about that. I think I'm going to keep Rat out up because that makes it a 3-3. And then... No, even if he fights, we'll still just trade. So let's just get the cards out of his hand. And that is game. Oh, he didn't. He didn't have Agatha's champion. Sorry, yeah. Sorry, he needed another land. Yeah. I guess that worked out pretty well. That was pretty rough for our opponent. I'm glad it was as rough for our opponent as it was, but then of course making him discard 3 cards and he'd already mulliganed, and he was already stuck in lands. So I suppose we certainly made it a lot worse for our opponent than life already had made it for him. And for ourselves, we were just lucky that his draw was so much worse than ours, because he GG'd. He GG'd. But he did not realize that that was the end of our gas. We were done. Alright. If all goes well, we'll have a 7-0. Playing as Platinum. Nice. Nice to be up there with the boys. I go first. Seems fine. Turn 1, make a food. Turn 2, do very little. Hopefully we draw a 2-drop. We have enough. Oh, look at that. I should have attacked and bluffed. Eh. As now if you play as the thing, we can just attack. Do Vanguard. Wish I'd nugget my opponent here. Yeah, I think I will. Now I can attack here. Trade. Now he'll play another scavenger. Or I can just play Greta, put a +1/+1. And next turn play put a +1/+1 as well. Do I think that's a good idea against black green? Probably not. So I'm just gonna send. We're in an advantageous position here. Hmm. So either of these help? Not necessarily. No, I want bottom both of these. Alright, well, that's not the perfect sequence. I'm not feeling overly confident, but we're at a nice stalemate. I have the same amount of lands, he the same amount of lands. I'm up a creature with the same amount of cards. Be sure Bloodline's gonna make something a 5/5. Ah, that doesn't help now. That's exactly the card you need. That's going to give my creatures +2/+3, which puts me at 8 and 6, which puts me at 14. So I will kill him next turn if he attacks all. If he has Titanic Growth, he just wins. But if he had Titanic Growth, he would have just attacked by now. So. Oh, that bites. That bites, and that will be it there. I think. Yeah, that should be game now. I think that's going to be game. Unfortunately. The Hamlet Glutton shut me down big time. Oh, he declined. No blocks. If he has Titanic Growth. No, if he has Titanic Growth, I'm not winning anyway. So, I gotta assume he doesn't have it. Okay. Now, let me see. If I attacked with the Sweet Tooth Witch there, I could have given it +3/+3. No, this isn't the correct play. I've lost at this point, right? No, that was the incorrect play. Good game. No, that was incorrect play. I still think it would have been difficult for me to find my way out of that situation. The correct play was probably to hang back. But even then, I can't chump. But I can chump and I can sack 2 food tokens, bringing me up to. Yeah, probably could have done that. Yeah, that would have been the right play. Hamlet Glutton followed by Princess Takes Flight was enough to get me out of that game. And, what do you do? That's what happens sometimes. It's just some good stabilizing plays for my opponent. A Hamlet Glutton of my own off the Rowan's Grim Search would have helped me out there a lot. I go first. Yep, perfect. Hollow Scavenger in the Brave the Wilds. Strong start. Get my 3rd land for Voracious Vermin. Yeah. Can also just get my 2nd land, play Witch's Vanity. Now, do I go all in on this? The Torch Tower can't do 2 damage. What does Kellen's Lightblade do? Hold on, let's check Kellen's Lightblade. I want to see what it is, what it does exactly. Because I feel like it'll do 3 damage to target attacking. Oh, okay, so if I, what do you call it? If I drop the Bloodline. Why did it tap the 2? What the hell? Why would you tap the Swamp? What the hell? Why would you tap that way? Oh, that's really frustrating. I know, but he could be sitting. He'd be dead, man. He'd be dead now. Wasn't for that. Ah, it's so frustrating. That's so frustrating. Why would you tap like that? My God, he'd be dead now. He'd be dead now. That's crazy. Oh no, Witch Doctor Friends would probably kill it, so it kind of worked out actually. Now I'm looking at it. That's exactly what I needed off the top. Down power to 3-drop, right? Yeah. That was the end for him. Alright, so we went 7-1 and it was close. It was close. We almost went 7-0, which is a shame. I'm disappointed to have missed out on the 7-0, of course. But my first time drafting black-green, I'm pretty good about that. How we did here. Let's have a look. So, what performed well for us? For a Dream Thief, I never saw it. Hopeless Nightmare was good, definitely. Ping for 2 life, discard a card. Solid card. Rat out. I remember doing okay. Brave the Wilds. Oh, excuse me. Excellent. It was very excellent that deck. Royal Treatment did a lot of work as well. Very happy with that. What else? Monstrosity was solid, which is handy when it was useful. Wicked Visitor, that's a role player. Beast of Bloodline, fine. It was in there to help out with the Talisman Lookout, and you know, it carried a couple of games. And all the games got it blown out. You know, the game we lost, Beast of Bloodline got it blown out. So, you know, high risk, high reward card, putting it in because it had synergy. Feed the Cauldron was solid. Grim Searcher is also good. I'm glad to have a bit of card draw in this deck. Sweet Tooth Witch was solid. There might have been another win in the, not the last game, the game previous, that I didn't see with Sweet Tooth Witch instead of the line I went with. Fierce Vermin was solid. Curse the Werefox, solid removal again. Hollow Scavenger with Brave the Wilds, played very well. Curse the Werefox, solid removal. Talisman Lookout didn't do much, didn't seem too often. When he did play, I got the card off him, so that's always a good sign. And Greta, she died, but she got us, what did she do? She got a counter, she traded, she was fine, yeah, she was good, solid. Aria's Whisper, better than expected. Nice, Revenge, didn't do too much. So that may have been a misplay. Probably might have been better playing a Titanic Growth instead of Now the Sweet's Revenge, if I'm honest. Might have been better. Didn't do much. Let me see. The Troll was solid. The one I did cast, not very often. Scream Puff was solid when I cast him, so was Hammer Blood. So yeah, everybody played well here. The only card I'm skeptical about was Beast of Bloodline, but of course had synergy. And what was the other one? Now the Sweet's Revenge. Skeptical about that. Every other card played well. Alright, let's claim those. Excellent. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you for the next episode of the Limited Lowdown.